let's start with a circle for your head. And I think we'll get just enough time to do our background and what have you. Let's see how many goat heads this dude is. 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3. So let's just briefly take that measurement so we ensure or make sure that we have enough space for our feet and our head. And if you don't, feel free to adjust that. Alright, starting from here, out. How many goat heads is that? I think it's just 1. Yeah, it's just 1. So we kind of got like a good indication. I'm going to just do a dotted line here of where our goat's body should start and end. You want to kind of make a neck that's thick enough to do 6 o'clock and 4 o'clock. I counted backwards. Sorry about that. I was trying to create like a clock analogy with you. And if that just confuses you, just make your neck at least half of your goat's head, okay? That's another way to figure it out. Alright, so from here to here, we are going to create kind of like a circle, or even an oval for that matter. I'm going to probably break it down to a circle. How many goat heads is that? 1. You can tell that the circle doesn't go way too far beyond the goat neck. So let's just make a curve here. This first circle is going to be 1 goat head wide. This is almost 2/3 of a goat head wide, this circle here. We're still going to continue. This is going to be the bottom, and this is going to be the top of our circle, right? But we're still going to add, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 2/3. So it's going to end. It's going to end here. So I was a little off. Alright, let's use these circles to kind of figure out where our back is and where our stomach's going to go. Okay? Let's kind of connect them. Let's give them the outline. All this information inside, you can get rid of it. It was literally there to kind of help us figure out the outline. So this body should be 2 goat heads long. 1, 2. Okay. How many goat heads tall should it be? I think it's just 1 goat head tall. Yeah, just 1 goat head tall. We're good. We're good. So if you double checked your measurements, just clean up whatever's inside your body here now that you have the outline of your goat's spine. And we're literally just going to break this up with the legs. But first let's kind of add our tail. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more so my circle is kind of not so wonky because I'm not wearing my glasses today. And right here, I'm going to do a circle and a triangle for my ear. So here's my ear. Now, here's the thing. I just want to give you some historical background behind goat herding or goat farming. Depending on the type of goat and its behavior, some of them, the farmers will kind of remove the horn or shave it down. So you decide what you want for your horns. If you want them to be tiny little horns like this, like little tiny little horns. If you want them to be curved, that's totally up to you. I like the curve. So I'm going to do an unfinished kind of rainbow line. It almost looks like a fisherman's fishing stick that's being pulled on by a really heavy fish. And then I'm going to add a smiley line on the bottom for the curve right here. And then I'm going to imitate my well, this one's going to look more like a finished rainbow. See? You go up and then you go down. So this one looks like it's a finished rainbow, and this one's not entirely finished. And I'm literally just gonna close it with a curved line. So many different options. You can decide to do like a ram's horn if you want. If you want like the swirly horn, totally up to you. I just thought that this was super cute, so I'm gonna keep this. If you want the short horn, that's fine too. This one's a little bit tougher if you decide to do the curly horn like I'm doing. It's literally some unfinished rainbow lines capped off with a few curves. I'm not really going to worry too much about the details here because I'm actually going to put those details in with my shading. You get to decide what kind of hairstyle your goat's going to have. Is it going to be a girl goat? Or are you going to give it like some fancy locks? Totally up to you. Now, if you have split the face into thirds, it will help you on this next step. So let me split the face into thirds. Just above your first line here, or your first section, you're going to have a curve for your mouth. And let's see, how tall is this? It is going to be about 1/3 of a head tall. I'm going to move this down because I'm noticing that this is off too. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to measure 1/3 down from the head, line it up to that curve, and make a tick mark. We're missing our goat's beard. We're missing our goat's mouth. And we're missing our goat's nose, which I did a triangle with kind of like a tail on it. But you need your mouth, you need your nose, and that little beard right here is really going to help bring the bottom of your goat's jaw all together. And using our divider lines here, we're literally in the second section, we're literally going to draw that eyeball. And you get to decide what shape you want. I'm going to steal this cute little shiny highlight thing they got going on here. That's super cute. I am noticing that my ear's off, so if you need to make a little bit of an adjustment as you're drawing, feel free to do so. I'm going to change my ear just a little bit. I know it's not going to look like the picture, and you know what? That is okay. So we kind of have a little bit of a goat here. Probably going to fix his hairdo and clean up all this line before we move forward. That way we can start with a clean slate. We don't need these guidelines anymore, so let's get rid of them. I personally don't like this line being here, so I'm going to get rid of it, but you can keep it. This is your art, your choice. I'm probably just going to make this all one color, so I'm not too worried about that. All right. I'm going to add an eyebrow. And let's start working on those legs. You have your little divider line right here. This is where your legs end. Okay? They're literally like little triangles. You see that? Right here's like a little triangle. Here's a triangle with a circle. And then the triangle goes in an opposite direction. So I got triangle, circle, triangle. Almost like an hourglass. I don't know if you see it, but it's there. This one is almost going to be half a goat's head wide. So let's just double check here. And we're literally going to repeat triangle, oval, triangle. This one's going to be a little bit different. You're almost going to get like an isosceles triangle here. You see it? It's like, when I say isosceles, I mean where one side is longer than all the other ones. And here's your isosceles triangle right here. If you were to actually make that into a triangle. And you could, if you wanted to, make this into a rectangle. This back leg part here. But I just kind of put the oval in there. Totally up to you. It's your art, your choice. Now, you're going to want to put this triangle down where it matches all the other triangles. Don't do it. This leg is further back, so it's going to appear shorter than this leg. So we're literally going to use these shapes, and we're just going to outline them. And then we're going to erase what's inside. We got the shape that we wanted. We're going to get rid of all the extra information. When you go around these knobby little knees, and when I say knobby, I mean like, it's not really curvy, it's kind of, you know, a little rough. Use a series of very small straight lines to create your curves, okay? You want to keep that skeletal structure inside, or you want to maintain that kind of straight line construction that we've been talking about for your goat's skeletal structure. So see how I'm not really doing like a really long sweeping curve. I'm doing a series of short little straight strokes to create my curves. Same thing on the back end of your goat. If you do that, if you keep that little straight line construction thing going, you're really going to, you're really going to keep that muscular setup. You don't want your goat's legs to look like a bunch of rubber sausages. We're literally dancing between curved lines and straight lines right now. So I literally used all of those shapes that we used, the kind of hourglass shapes that we made. I kind of use that as a guide to tell me where the outside of my legs are going to be. All right, hooves can be done like this. Okay. They can be done like this. Totally up to you. I'm probably going to do option number 2. You decide. Oops, excuse me. You decide what you would like.